welcome to this week's video. I'm going to dive into a barn find. No, the Corolla. I haven't paid much attention to it lately, so today's aim is to get this going again and go over the fuel system, pretty much redone everything in it, or I'm going to redo everything in it. I don't want to talk about how messy this shed is either. It's yeah, haven't had time. Yeah, so I'm going to redo this whole fuel system basically because I'm drifting it on Saturday this weekend, so in 2 days' time. So I have knocked up a new surge tank. So my old surge tank was about 4 litres and this one is right around 12 litres. So I've just made it out of stainless because that's what I have lying around. Once again, I'm not spending $1 million on anything, so I've got lots of like scrap stainless offcuts. So yeah, made it out of stainless, and I purged it when I welded it. I'm going to chuck a time lapse in of welding it. I didn't really go into too much information when I was making it through the process or whatever, because it is, yeah, time consuming, very time consuming. So I probably spent 8 hours making this tank, you know what I mean? So it's got a baffle in it, that's the weld on the inside there. So it's baffled, and it's made to fit in a certain area. So I'll chuck it in the Corolla in a sec and show you. Yeah, I've got to pressure test it before I chuck it in, so I'll just block off all the holes. They're just all AN fittings on this, so just stainless AN fittings. -6, -8, -8, -10, -8, -8. Yeah. Block everything off and pressure test it, and then give it a good wash out. So I'll like pump a heap of water through it, and then once I've washed it out, I'll fill it up with hot water, rinse that out and tip it out, because that way the hot water will heat up the steel and like a bit of the water will evaporate out of it, sort of thing. So before I actually put fuel in it. So, but I'm going to show you a little bit of the process of putting this together. All right, so if you haven't watched the videos or don't remember what happened originally with the Corolla, I smoked a motor. Built a new motor for it and yeah, destroyed it. At Mallala, last time I drove out there, because I had a fueling issue with the car. And I quickly built another motor for when we went to LZ Fest. Didn't drive at LZ Fest. I didn't drive this at LZ Fest. Quickly put together another motor just to get it running and driving for that event. And didn't actually fix the problem. So, but when I unloaded it off the trailer after the LZ World Tour, yeah, it was just sitting here idling, and I actually could hear one of the fuel pumps like flicked off or flicked in and out, or you could like hear them all drop, sort of thing. So I went in the back passenger door where all the relays and stuff were, which was just here, and started wiggling all the wires and having to play around. And yeah, I could hear the fuel pumps picked up when there's a like wire just down here before the battery. I wiggled that and the fuel pumps picked back up and you could hear them all running normally again. So obviously it was just a broken wire and some voltage dropped and cost me a motor. So that's why I decided to just redo everything. So I've tested all the fuel pumps and all the fuel pumps seem primo. So I didn't worry about replacing the fuel pumps, and I got this opportunity to drive this weekend at Mallala, so I'm going to test it basically. So I've redone all the wiring. I've made a new harness for all of the fuel pumps, so I'll chuck that in shortly. This is my old surge tank. So this is, to be honest, I actually made this in a rush last time. Half decent was. So yeah, just sat on in there like that. So the next step is, I didn't really want to change anything on the car. I didn't want to have to weld on the car. So I decided I was going to use the same mounting plate for the old surge tank and just try and make something happen in here. So I got some cardboard and made it's changed shape now, but made a few templates to, for a new surge tank. And then from there, cut out all of just use these, traced it onto a bit of stainless, chopped it out with a grinder. Did that multiple times, and then, left with this. And then all nice fitting, so you could get good welds on everything. Because it's purged, so you can weld it a little bit hotter. Don't use filler wire as long as there's no gaps, which is, it shouldn't be gaps if you're ticking. Because it's purged, you get good penetration if you use plenty of heat. So it turned out pretty good, I think. So I did it very quick. It was a very rushed job. So that we'll just chuck in here, like so, like a glove, sort of. So this bit here was had to be below this because I wanted this to fit over the top of it without having to change anything. So, whoa. So the top of that surge tank sits in that corner sort of thing, so there's enough room for some fuel hoses and stuff, and yeah, that will go back in. I really need to weed my garden. Zero time. So I'm just about to jump in the car and head down to Sleeker Spares again. I need to get a few fittings to finish this off, so I'm changing some lines to dash 10, feed from the tank into the surge tank. And then for now, that's probably it. I'm just going to make sure all of that works before I do the next step, which is going to be getting rid of the single. It goes into a single line to the rail, and I'm going to change that to twin dash 8 feeds to the rail, so it goes in each end of the rail, and then the feedback to the pressure reg comes out of the center port on the rail. But I'll do that before summer nats. So I'm just going to jump in the car and head down to Adelaide to Sleeker Spares and get those fittings, get some fuel, so I can rip this back together and get it running today. So I also just want to take some time to thank everybody for the love on the Falcon video. I spent put a lot of hours into that video, so I'm thankful for everybody sharing some love. Thank you very much. So, but also thanks for the love on some of the other videos. You know, like, it's not like I don't put any effort into all the other videos as well. Like, I'm probably putting 30 hours a week into making videos, and I work 40 hours a week. So the weeks are full at the moment, very full. I've got a lot going on. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. Much appreciated. I do actually have another similar sort of Falcon video that I did a while ago. So, but I wasn't planning on doing YouTube when I actually filmed it. I filmed some of the stuff, but it's all, it's not the best footage because I wasn't planning on, making these YouTube videos, but seeing as everybody loves them, I might try and whip together another one for you. Alrighty, I'm back from Sleeker Spares. Got a box of bits. couple relays. I could only find two from Repco, I think. Went to two different Repcos and they had one each. All right, time to rip into this plumbing. I'm probably not going to film all of it. The sun is going down and my car's not making it onto the hoist and into the light, so I'm probably going to run out of light, but I'm going to get all this plumbing sorted tonight, ready to start it up in the morning and test it. So let's do it. Fired right up. Excuse the mess, still a work in progress, and excuse the mess in here. I'm still one fitting short for something, so I just had to make a dodgy fitting there. But you can actually hear how much louder the fuel pumps are now, so they might have always been a bit low on the old voltage there. So I've still got a heap of things to clean up on it, but yeah, they're primed up perfect and everything. Good to go. Might have forgotten to check the oil out. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, I've still got to run over a few things I need to check, try and work out what's going on with the handbrake still. I had a quick look the other day and I reckon I might have worked it out. It's for some reason the axle's floating. I don't know why. There's not much that holds those axles in. It's just where's my old axles? Just like a little bracket that goes over the bearing and seal sort of thing. They're over there. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe one of those is bent, or it's like the axle's pushing through for some reason. So just one of these brackets here. So gonna pull it apart and check it out and see what it looks like. If worst case, I might just chuck one of these back in for now. Like I said, I've just got I've got a lot to do between now and tomorrow still, because I'm taking both cars out to Mallala. I still need to go and load B2 up and stuff, fit up some tyres and whatnot this afternoon, but for now this looks good. So yeah, I'm just going to probably pull that axle out and have a squeeze at that. This is the axle out of the passenger side, so left-hand side of the Corolla, chasing the brake problems, handbrake problems mainly. And if you have a look at this brake caliper, you can see the disc has floated all the way out and has been rubbing on the housing. And I had a quick look over it and it looked like, I think I might have said it before, like the axle's moved out or whatever, and it has in fact moved out. That bearing has slipped probably 6 to 7 mil. This is the shoulder that it should sit on. So this ring here is like a press fit ring sort of thing. So you heat this up get it real hot, and then press the bearing on, and then slip this on afterwards. So I'm guessing this collar here is not quite the right size. It's not quite the right tolerance, and it slipped under load because, yeah, I can't say I've seen that before. At least I've found my issues. Fast forward, now we're at the track. We're at Mallala. Both cars out here, and I do have a couple things to check over. You've seen in that video just then, I gave the Corolla a quick handbrake dyno last night. It still has a miss, I think, so I'm going to change crank and cam angle sensors, check over anything to do with the coil packs, and just check everything like in the ignition side of things, because I reckon it's getting as soon as it's coming on the boost, it's starting to get a bit of a miss. So I'm going to suss that out before I drive it. Trying to work out that problem with it that it's had for some time. Good news is handbrake sorted, the axle fixed the problem. But yeah, this misfire that cost me my last engine is still there. So obviously new fuel lines, everything, new wiring, and still the problem is still there. So I'm just going to try turning fuel pressure up slowly, just to try and see whether it improves or not. We do have use of the skid pan here today. Actually, I don't think I said. So we're at Mallala to do some demos for someone. They've got a like family day thing out here. So so I've got both cars out here. Nick was nice enough to let me borrow B2 for the day. But yeah, so took the wagon out in the on the skid pan in the first session. And still breaking down as soon as it gets in the boost. So now I've turned the fuel pressure up. I'm just going to go out and test it again and just keep trying and see how we go. Hopefully this might start to resolve some problems. I'm not going to expect it to be perfect. So, but yeah, failing that, it'll be back on the dyno this week or next week, hopefully. So, all right, let's do it. today's been one of those days. I tried to suss out the problem on B1, and I have found the problem. It was a wire in this plug in coil pack 2, causing a misfire. So I swapped over a coil pack just in case it was that as well, but got it sorted and then just popped out on the skid pan and did like a figure eight, 2 figure eights or something, and then instantly car overheated. Come back into the pits here, and so this side of the radiator cold, this side hot. So here the thermostat is like stuck shut. So I was going to attempt to fix it at the track, just pull it out, but it's a pain to get into. So I've got the timing belt off at the moment to try and take the water pump off and remove it this way, but just can't get into it. I'd have to take the turbo off at minimum to get it all out, because the bolts, you can't really see it, but all the way, just there's one, and then obviously just over here's another one. So yeah, the thermostat on this car is not exactly made to get into while you're at the track, which is a bit of a pain. I might have to rethink some designing work there. I blame the engineer. So anyway, I'm just chucking it all back together, just about to put that back on. Pretty much flagged it on this, but I know the problem. I know the car's sorted, so which is what I wanted from today, to try and get it sorted for Samanats. So far so good on B1 for fault finding, other than thermostat obviously. But B2 I took out for a quick skid pan session just before, and Vin, so thanks Nick for letting me have a drive, snuck one in. Hopefully get one more track session maybe this afternoon on the main track. So yeah, but for now, B1, not so good. B2, good. But like I said, the main aim for today for me was to sort out the wagon, just to make sure I've got on top of the problems, because now I'm going to go and put a new motor in that, and I just want to make sure everything is you know, primo before I put a new motor in it and then go get it tuned and find another problem with it. I'd rather just sort it out on this old motor before I go too far with it. So Alright, I won't admit it, but the V8 Corolla is getting to me, you know? It's pretty good. I can get in it and just drive at 100% and it takes it. But I got a good feeling that I'm going to get this back to that point very soon, real soon, in the next 2 weeks. But yeah, thanks Nick once again, for letting me drive B2. Hopefully not a repeat of this next month when we go to Summernats, and yeah, hopefully I don't end up driving that again. Some of the steering was a bit sloppy on my behalf. Now I'm just making excuses, but it's a little bit different than my car, so but just a couple of laps to get used to it. But yeah, after I spent half the day trying to fix my Corolla, it was good to actually get a couple of laps in, so just clicked on that. Probably going to end this video here. I do have a heap of work coming up on these two, as I probably said last video. Prepping for Summernats, engine build, etc. So that will probably be in the next few videos. I also got another sneaky Falcon barn find video coming up, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Thanks everybody for watching. If you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks guys.